If you had only known, your heart would be strong, not weaker. So now I must reveal the sacred secret to seekers. Exhaust yourself until you exalt yourself. You are the treasure and royalty adorned. Paradise is your palace. Universe is your throne.
We live. You know what time it is. We live. Peace. You already know the routine. Love, light. What else? Sacred sexuality. With Miss Ińnana Rosé. Peace to everybody who's about to tune in, about to watch this. We about to be talking about some good. We be having some good combo, yo. Like Ińnana, we be going in. It's her. What's up, man? Oh, what's good, bro? Oh, damn, that's crazy. Hell yeah, I saw that shit to you. That's funny as hell. But what's good, bro? Hey, you been cooking up some music? that is like the most. That's like that's the dope ass message. Yeah, what's good, bro? Hit me. Alright. Yeah, man. Hit me in my DM. Hit me in my DM, man, so we can link, bro. That's that. Hey, thank you for hitting me up, man. That's dope as hell. Thank you, bro. Yo, what's good? Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on, I can't hear you. All right, say something.
You hear me?
Yeah, you covering straight now. You straight now.
Okay. What up? How you doing?
What's happening? You already, hey, just introducing everybody into the live.
What's up? Ilamee's in the house. Y'all go cop that coconut lip gloss right now. Use code Nana.
Okay.
Okay.
Get these advertisements. Hey, no. Don't like so. Let's get these advertisements in real quick. Yeah,
You
like.
know what I'm saying? Make sure you pre-order that Queen Cobra Afro Medusa.
Come on now. What?
You know what I'm saying?
Queen?
And go stream that Ashe that me and Poetic Lee did together, you know what I mean? Honor the ancestors. It's an honorary veneration tune.
Yeah. All that. Wait. So, all right, everybody, y'all gotta understand. What's happening here. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in. These types of conversations are special to happen. You know what I'm saying? About what we talking about as far as just sacred sexuality and truly tapping into our divine feminine, divine masculine, and truly tapping into being one with self and just daily life and just daily movement. And it's dope to have this conversation because you come with some knowledge that it's like it helps open up the mind on how to treat yourself. So it's more than just like it's when you naming off those songs, like you got like it's in the music, you know what I'm saying? So this is dope. Everybody that's tuning in, please listen to the music because this is how we move through life. This is how we create through life. This is through those harmonies and those vibrations. So yeah, listen to the music.
Definitely. That's where we share what we learn through experience and through, life, like you said.
Yeah.
So this week, what we talking about?
All right. So we were talking last week, and peace to everybody that's tuning in too. We were talking last week about just recapping as far as what was it? Because it got to two different subjects.
Right, we got two different subjects. We talking about preserving chi through reserving your ejaculation and your semen retention, or we were going to talk about spiritual STDs. So I think we should just have a vote.
The spiritual STDs. The spiritual STDs, man, like really, and you know what, especially during these COVID times, these spiritual STDs can be very, very costly, you know what I'm saying? Because where are people being centered, you know? Like, where are people being centered in these moments where you really got to look inward? Where are people being centered in times where you gotta understand what's coming through you now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's no longer playing around. Like, spirit is moving through us. So with that is, what kind of spirit are we sharing? So I'm feeling that, you know. What you
I'm down for each whatever, you
I,
know. I got a song called Incubus,
yeah.
right? And that talk, because everybody knows what a succubus is, or
Mm,
I think, well, succubus is the woman who like lures on a man, and she waits until she seduces him, and then when she got him, she just sucks in all his energy and leaves him drained, and sometimes even causes death, right?
right.
Right, but a lot of times people don't even realize that there is a male version of that, and that was called incubus.
Mm,
But really, that when you go down to the root of all of that, succubus and incubus energy, it goes down to spiritual STDs.
mm,
And it's just an accumulation of energy that are conflicting with each other and causes personality confusion,
mm,
right? And makes someone act um, makes somebody completely confused with their identity, who they are, and their morale.
mm,
So that in turn causes succubus or incubus, because they have this, like, if you think of like a bunch of energy just like sitting together and festering, this infectious, mixture, because you haven't cleansed, right? And you're just accumulating all these energies from different bodies, different people, and then you have a evil entity, right? But it's real, because um, you don't know the kind of energy and the kind of spirits people, keep with them. So if you're just sleeping with people, not using your own discernment, right? Not using, your spirit mind, your wisdom, your intelligence, your logic, to determine whether this person, you shouldn't fuck around with this person, right? He's like, first of all, the first clue, we get red flags from the bat, okay? From the bat. Um, and then from there, you can determine whether or not this person is just holding a lot of energy, a lot of spiritual, confliction. And then when you sleep with them, you inherit that. And then
yeah.
you go on to the next person and you inherit that. And then you go to the next person and you inherit that. And they have a really derogatory name for that when it comes to women, but it's for both sexes, male or women, where they call them spiritual garbage cans, because they're just taking in all this energy.
Garbage cans.
Spiritual garbage cans,
Garbage cans.
where
Woof.
people could just dump their energy right into you and you just go on to next, and you get another dump, then it's another dump, and another dump.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have succubus or incubus, right?
Mhm.
And really, like I said, that just goes down to being a spiritual STD.
You know, I'm listening to you, and it's definitely those energies that we come across, and it's like, it's fighting against it. You know, sometimes it's literally fighting against it. It's fighting against whatever, because it's interesting how we can be we like certain triggers. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, not a negative trigger, like a positive attraction trigger. You
Right.
know, it lures you in, and it's like kind of just like you said, an energy check. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
you talking about red flags. Let's talk about some of those red flags, because um I know it's important to know about when people are not centered in, you know what I'm saying, and you know, what's some of those red flags that you kind of have caught on in your time?
Some of the red flags is that person's own spiritual morale,
Mm.
right? Like for example, you go on the Instagram, right? And you can see them, you know, in the hotel room popping bottles and girls twerking up. They got 3, 4 girls lined up in front of them and they shaking the bottle of the things like champagne bottles pouring all up in their asses and they turn over their mouth like this. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
lit the light.
Red flag. Red flag number one. Cause you know,
Got
one that's
here. Somebody got the sage in here.
you know what I'm saying? It's cool to be like flexing a little bit, but you over there doing backflips and, and banana splits or whatever. But like from there you get a hint, a red flag of their spiritual morale,
Mm.
right? And instead they see women as objects
Mm.
and they can objectify women to something that they have sex with, and they move on to the next thing, move on to the next one, move on to the next one. So that's a clue, right? Another thing, I guess, for men, I don't know. I'm gonna ask you what a red flag for women are, but I would presume, I would presume a red flag for a man would be a woman who, you know, she's like, she doesn't ask you very personal questions. You know, she wants to know more about you, but instead she talks more about herself and what she wants instead of inquiring about what you would like. I don't know. Help me out here for antidote. Tell me.
I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna. All right. I'm not gonna like drown in nothing. I was listening to where you're gonna take me with that.
Well, yeah, a woman is very self-absorbed in her self rather than, other-centered, like how I would like to put it. Even though to be focused on yourself is good, but if you're trying to enter into a partnership, you gotta know a little bit something about the other person too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so for me, it's reciprocation is a strong energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a language that is very rare to understand because it's a frequency of how I listen to you, you listen to me. How I move with you, you move with me. It's
Right, synergy.
right. It's really dancing. So like the red flags, honestly, at this stage, I don't. For me to even get to a red flag means I missed something. Like for me to connect, something was off. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
as for me, like I can't say this for everybody, because I understand that we keep learning. Like we do keep learning. Like the red flags come up. Like it's about you connect for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
I want to learn how to like really change the way that we communicate. Like I feel like we gotta learn. We have to embrace if we can't stay at that same frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
like embrace like for the red flag. Like you can't be a fear to let go. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not here to control. We're two individuals on the journeys, and the journeys can be like this for one period, but then it also can go like this, and who knows? It can still come back like this. But you gotta respect the energy when it's going like that, and you gotta learn. So like for me, it's just I don't the red flags. It's just like it. It's like all right, can you not have fear? You know what I'm saying? That's
right. I get what you're saying. Another thing based off what you were saying, what I learned through my incubus and succubus journey is that once you acknowledge what that you've encountered in incubus
mm,
energy, you have to have a self-reflective moment.
mm,
You have to, because we attract, these things into our lives for a reason, either for a lesson
mm,
or for a reflective purpose. And then you have to decide, like, where in my own life am I being a succubus?
mm. Of somebody. That's yo. Pause real quick. Pause real quick. Pause. Did y'all just hear that? Y'all just hear that? Hold on. Chill. I got the little puppy in here. Even he got lit. That's what you
The
just.
puppy got lit.
Yeah, the puppy got lit because just sit right there. When am I being? Because that's real. That's real. That's real talk. We gotta
You
real.
know, that requires us doing a level of shadow work, right?
Yes.
Right. And you're looking at yourself like, I'm realizing this about somebody because this somebody has that same quality. I have that some same quality in myself.
Mm.
And I have to find the root of it, and I have to know what it is so that I can alchemize it, right? And change it. And that's one of those key steps in sacred sexuality, because you need to do that level of work, shadow work, so that you can have a harmonious, synergetic sexual experience in life, and you're not just a garbage can, or you're the opposite end of the spectrum and dumping energy into other people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
it, and yeah. No, I'm
yo,
into.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all just, some guys, some men.
Oh. What's up? What's
uh,
up?
uh, I'm not saying you, because you
No,
know
no, no. I want to know what.
the more evolved men know what's up. But a lot of men like to call women out.
Mm.
You know, be like, ah, yo, she's, look at that hoe over there, or look at that thought. What did it call? That thought over there, or the whatever. You know, and like,
Take it out. But all right. So you know what, and that's why I say, coming up in a patriarchal society, we
right,
we do get programmed with shit that's just like we grew up in a very rapey era. And if
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, as far as the language that we spoke with, as
mm,
far as the gang banging, far as, I mean, talking about like the culture of like how viewing women as objects. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, so like it's a lot of things over the past couple of years. I'd be real with any brother about that. I've had to deprogram for myself. You know what I'm saying? I remember coming up in the era of hip hop, like hip hop raised me, where you didn't show your girl. You know what I'm saying? And
mm, I
that's
know,
how sick that was. Like you didn't show, like you just look like you cool, like you ain't got no real, like you ain't got no like girl, like. And I remember I would have like it's just times you stupid. Like I got the baddest girl right here. Why am I trying to act like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to
right,
be cool. It's your younger days and stuff. You got to just filter out from your mind, and it takes time. You know, it takes time to realize, because we grow up thinking that, oh, if I had this, you know what I'm saying? Like you grow up thinking that if I had this, then you do shit. Like it's supposed to make you somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to make you
right,
feel good. But for me, it wasn't like that. It was just more of a sense of it's different things. You just gotta be real with yourself. And these are things I'm deprogrammed from myself. And I tell them like, yeah, I had to be real. Like you gotta know like what you know what I'm saying, what you really, what you like, just know like, all right, am I trying to, take it this way with this person? And
right. Like you got to know that this is a programming belief system that you've been. It's a level of awareness that you need to like be able to identify so that you can change it. That
right.
first step is awareness. Um,
Because
but
let me pause you real quick. I'll pause you real quick because we talk about awareness. And so I remember it was 2017. Accountability was a real big word for me. I had to really learn accountability for myself. And okay, how are you moving with accountability? How are you speaking up for accountability? Because you know what, you're gonna hit triggers that you never know about. And talking about spiritual STDs, like you're going to you're just going to have to realize who you are and who you're attracting. And,
right,
and
that's
then
that's reflective. Look at it like a reflection.
yeah, yeah,
Body's
yes,
reflection, right?
yeah.
I look at you, and you're my reflection. You know what I mean? Like, and then even the people that we come across whose personalities we don't necessarily align with, you
Mhm.
we have to look at them as a reflection, because there's some that's showing something in ourselves that we either need to change or be aware, be aware about or take accountability for, right? So that's why relationships are so important.
Mm-hmm.
They show us ourselves. They show us who we are.
It's a mirror. I love this. It's so right. It's a mirror because our mind, and this is why I try to tell people you gotta have gratitude. Gratitude is such a big, important thing because your mind really is like reality is a reflection of your mind. You know,
Right.
like it's literally like the reflect. So however you're picturing wherever it's going on, you have to go back in here and see what's going on, and then go to see what's that inspiration in your soul because yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Mm,
But like in my yeah, that whole time for me, when I wrote Incubus,
yeah.
um, I haven't done
Oh,
any.
all right, you
Huh?
straight. You covered your.
Oh, I did. Can you
Yeah,
hear me now?
yeah, I hear you. Now.
Okay. When I wrote Incubus, I haven't done any shadow work. So I was a lot of times in this victim mindset, like,
Wow.
oh, he just kind of sucking all my energy and I'm just a victim. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right? And we have to change that mentality, right? Because we are not victims. And again, everything happens for a reason, and everyone is a mirror to show us ourselves and things that we need to change. So after I realized that we are mirrors, I started to do my own work in identifying that incubus, succubus energy in myself. And I found that there was this dark energy that was suppressed and oppressed, right? And wanted to be accepted and embraced and let free, right? This very sexual nature, um, that when it was suppressed, acted out. Remember we talked about that one time when we suppress, things about ourselves, it starts to act out. But once we integrate it into the lighter aspects or accept it and embrace it, it starts integrating and we become more wholesome people. So that was a long journey, but it took me a really long time to make that realization.
Mm,
And what it contributed a lot to my studies of sacred sexuality, because you can't go into this kind of practice with a victim mindset, right?
ooh, that is so true what you're saying because there were points in my life where uh I wasn't confident about who I was. That con that weakened confidence was being reflected back at me. You know,
Ooh, mm-hmm.
you feel what I'm
I
saying?
feel you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's like I'm being real transparent with that, and I'm saying that like when
I,
you have confidence in yourself, other people will lose confidence in you too.
yo, that's so real. Yeah.
And and it was something that I didn't realize till later on because me not being who I was and me not standing my ground, me not putting my chest out was allowing others to go ahead and just push you. Not like just, you know what I'm saying, like just and say and not yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Um, we're gonna keep, and if we don't acknowledge and don't identify these things within ourselves and do the mirror work, you're gonna keep going through this repeated cycle over and over and over again. And I've come across more than one incubus energy, and that was for a reason, because I didn't learn my lesson the first time, right? I
Mm,
didn't do the work so that I didn't have to keep going through the thing over and over and over and over again. Because the universe was like, oh, you ain't learned your lesson the first time, hunty. All right, we got you. We
yeah,
got you. Don't
yeah.
worry, we're going to make sure the next one you're going to learn.
Yeah. You know, I was just talking about I was talking to my homeboy about that, and he was saying, "Oh, I got some karma coming to me," and I told him, actually, you do, but you have the power to make it be positive, because
Right.
universe, even in situations where you may know as like, all right, I I may have not handled that the best. If you think, okay, I learned what kind of effed up, I learned my lesson and I learned how to align myself, you can attract positive energy and you can attract a more positive outcome rather than not learning the lesson and then it's still coming back like you're saying. However, it's being in true to self and saying, you know what? Okay, I may have not handled that the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Be true of myself. I can be true with the other person if it matters, but more importantly, being true with myself. And
Right.
all right, I'm just going to stay aligned. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I go off, universe the universe giving me, you know what I'm saying? That then,
You gotta go drag
yeah,
your ass up and down the street.
if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. They like, I'm giving you this little chance.
Mm-hmm. You better not miss. Like your mama at the store, better not touch nothing in the
Yeah,
store.
one,
Yeah.
just gauge your ass. I'm not. I'm trying to tell when the ancestors will give you signs. You talked about the red flags. They will give you signs.
Yo, sometimes they will be straight up with it too.
Yeah.
They be like, no, take your ass home right now.
Mhm.
Go home. They'll make your car stop for no reason in the middle of the road on your way to the house.
Come on, like real talk, like
The gas tank or E.
yeah, and you gonna have to step up because if you leave it to the ancestors, they may not do it in the way that you gonna like. They may. I'm just gonna like they may do it. They got your back. They got your back, but
Right.
moment it's gonna be something that you really not gonna like.
Yeah.
Do it yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
like I've been in that moment where, and that's why I tell people now, do it yourself. If you feel a moment, if you feel in your gut where it may be painful in that moment to make a move,
Mm.
you got to go through the pain. Because when the ancestors do it, when the universe does it for you, it's like taking a paper cut versus then taking the whole, they going
Mm-hmm. They gonna tear your ass up.
it gives you more power. It gives you more power because you know you did something. Like we get more power, like, when we can do things for ourselves. Like, and you're not saying that without the help, but I'm saying when we can actually create a reality, not let it
Right.
hit us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, he took me down memory lane.
This I'm taking myself to like I want to be real, right? What we doing? We just
Yo. Yo. That's why it's so important to share because somebody else might not have to go through that
I'm
if they hear the message.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes.
Like, if I would have known then what I know now,
Come on now.
like I would have saved myself a lot of struggle.
Yeah, like headaches, anxiety, just confusion going through.
Confusion, right?
Like you over here talking to yourself about you don't got no bit. You losing focus on what you really need to be focusing on. Oh here,
Mm,
you doing so much
yo.
rather than simple equations.
Listen, I was so digmatized, okay? I was so digmatized.
Or now it be
I
real.
had to go to a different state, okay? I had to go all the way to a different state to
Wait,
ask the ancestors.
wait. Were you going to? Was it you? I mean, you traveling to it, or you had a different state to get away from it?
I had to go to a different state to get away from it and to have more clarity and be like, yo, ancestors, I need help. I need you to help me. And I was like crying. I was looking at the Yemaya. I was like, Yemaya, please. I love him. I don't know. I think I love him. And they was like, girl, shut up. we gonna show you. We're
You
gonna show you.
coward.
Man, it was because sex, when you engage in sex too soon, like it can really cloud
Make
your
yeah,
judgment,
the judgment be cloudy.
your
Judgment.
discernment. It can make you feel false, illusionary emotions for the person that are not real. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very, very once when you know that this person is not for you, and you engage in with them anyway, the confusion that you put yourself through is going to put you through misery, misery, misery. And then you form an attachment.
Necessary misery. Got to put that in front of the
Oh,
misery.
unnecessary.
Oh, actually, no, it is. It is necessary because you gotta feel that. You gotta learn.
True, you got to learn the lesson, right? True.
Everybody,
But
everybody,
yeah, you're right. But yeah, so
everybody gotta learn that. You know what? Nah, I want everybody to go through it one time. One time. Nah, forget it. I already know. I'm gonna be that ancestor in the universe
yo,
one
you gonna be the ancestor?
time. Just know how it's just. It ain't gotta be none of that.
I'm gonna let you have one time with it.
Yeah, just
One time.
a, yeah.
No, that's funny.
Anybody, what's up with the people watching? What's good with the people watching? Y'all got questions? Y'all got
Yes.
y'all?
Anybody got any incubus, succubus questions? Any sex questions?
Yeah.
Sacred sex or
Oh, Kundalini. Let's get this.
ego sex questions?
Uh, what I mean? How did you know your calling and coming into this role to really be to be an educator of sexual energy?
I knew because I had to look at my whole life.
Mm.
And my whole life, I've always been extremely sexual, hypersexual, even as a kid. I remember, I think I told you
Right,
before
you
that
the pillows, right?
I was humping the pillows,
Uh,
teddy bears.
it was getting.
I was trying to find the most like nastiest, freakiest cartoon shows on TV, on that Cartoon Network.
It was
Every time I heard my mom watch, she was watching novellas or soap operas, and there was a sex scene, everything would stop.
wait.
I
So
would,
where you
what?
think where you think this like came from though? Like you feel like this is just natural, or was it like just like you saw somebody else? Like how does that like you just was natural for you?
Yeah, it was very natural because it's natural for everybody to be sexual beings.
Right, but in the sense of being triggered in a way because it is
Right. I think um I think there was a little bit more natural inclination
mm,
based off of astrology. My
okay.
my Scorpio moon, I'm a Scorpio moon, and
That-
I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm a fire energy. So there's a lot of sexual energy surrounding the astrological signs. That shit is real. I don't care what nobody says.
no,
Um,
we're gonna talk about that in another.
yes, the astrological pivot points of where you are in the cosmos is unique to nobody else. The
Mhm.
sun, the moon, the rising is unique to nobody else. Okay? The time that you come into the universe as a speck in the universe is unique to nobody else. Belongs to nobody but you. So yes, as I was saying, I think it's just my genetic and universal makeup just is a sexual being and highly sensual and erotic person that I just grew up like this. And then all of the things that I've encountered with religion and suppressing this aspect of myself because of society, because of religion, and then that part of me acting out
Mhm.
and making me really question what's real, really question what I wanted, and this whole honoring myself, being true to myself. I've always been on a journey to want to know the deepest part of me, right? If I want to know someone deeply or want to have a deep relationship with somebody else, you can only meet them as deep as you know yourself.
Come on now.
And so I wanted to know the depths of who I am.
Mm,
And to do that, I believe, is to know yourself as a sexual being, who you are sexually, because sex is the main reason why we're here. So it is the root of, you know, our existence, and is the root of who we are. So that is why I started this work and started studying it, and pursuing my sacred sex coaching certification, with that realization that knowing yourself sexually is knowing yourself on the deepest level, right? And that's why I got into this. That's
Yeah,
long-winded, but you know
I
what I'm saying?
think it was perfect. I think it was perfect. And peace to everybody that's talking. I think that's perfect because when I had to realize, like, it's a beautiful thing to understand who you can be sexually. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Of who you can be, far as an energy to yourself, like back, what you can receive, what energy you can like attract and bring back to yourself.
Right.
And we were talking about spiritual STDs earlier. If anybody was watching, if you just now coming in, definitely come to go back. But to go back on something with spiritual STDs, a lot of men, um, you know, we we subject to something in a odd way that's not really taught to us about too.
Hmm.
And we attract as spiritual beings by being programmed to think we have to subject to certain women or certain types of women because that's what we're supposed to do, you know? And
Right.
it's especially in hip hop and just in our culture, you feel like you an athlete, you're supposed to have a hose. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's programmed. If you look good, you're supposed to have a hose. So if you're not doing it, then what's wrong with you? And as a man, it can be really fucked up because it's like your bros be like, they look good. What's wrong with you? They own you, but it's like I don't want to be around that energy. But
Hmm.
and it seems so simple, seems so easy, so shallow, yet it's this thing of a mask that you can wear because of what people think you're supposed to do and subject to. And it's a thing that you even how you allow people to people to people to treat, or even certain women to just to be allowed into your space, because it's like, you know people think that's what's supposed to be there, but
Right.
so it's an interesting conversation that's going to be had more, because men, yeah, it's men that allow spiritual STDs as well because of where you've been programmed as a man from a young child of you're supposed to always have a woman, or have being young days have hoes, you know what I'm saying? We know
Hmm.
have a you're supposed to do something, you're supposed to just carry out, and yeah, it's about becoming mature. It's about becoming mature. Yeah.
Yo, yeah, exactly. Maturity, having emotional intelligence, and definitely building your discernment will help you in your journey to picking better partners, or not picking, but attracting better partners that are in alignment with you. Like I said, you aren't doing the work, and you're just sitting in this
Mhm.
festered energy of toxicity, you are going to attract that in a partner. And it may have to be at a level that slaps you in the face so that you can have awareness that this is just, you know, you need to do the work, honey. You need to like be
Yes.
you need to be in solitude, right? And one of the things that people don't realize about solitude is that solitude means you by yourself, okay? It does not mean you with the TV on. No. It
Mhm.
don't mean you with your phone in your hand going down the timeline, right? It don't mean nothing. It means you by yourself.
Facts, facts, facts.
Because that is the only time where you will be able to, you know, have that confrontation with yourself. And I wouldn't say confrontation, but meet with
Mhm.
yourself, meeting with yourself,
Could be a
right?
conference.
Yeah, it could be confrontational, you know what I'm saying? It just be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I'm
for real, like,
glad this message is for divine for people that'll listen to it. Like, you know, it's and what you mean, Ace, a little too mature.
I'm just a little too mature.
Expound on that. And you're right, Miami,
Miami art dealer.
yo,
Yo,
discover,
come through next Tuesday. I like your energy.
yeah,
So yeah, I was like, yeah, it's very important because we have a lot of these distractions that keep us from being in true solitude, really being able to be alone with yourself. And I have I got some homework.
okay. Ooh, we got work. I
I
like this.
got homework.
Let's go. Uh, look at me, look at me. I'm getting excited.
Look at yourself. Okay, take 15 minutes and
15.
look at yourself dead in the eye for 15 minutes in the mirror. Yo, this shit, when I first did it, my face was changing shape and I
Yeah,
started to be scared of who I was looking at in the mirror.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
15 minutes, look at yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, in the mirror. Okay?
Eyes are windows to the soul.
Right. And you will be very surprised how challenging it is
Mm,
because you can look at somebody else in the face for 15 minutes and you'll see all the nuances of their face, all the details of the face. You'll even see their face change, you know, a little bit as the moments pass by, and then the face could completely shift. But when you see that for yourself, it's a whole nother experience. And so that's why I want, you know, to everybody to do it, because then you start to really like accept yourself, right? When your face starts to change, shift, you'll be like, oh, wait, hold on, what? And I started to feel scared. I was like, yo, what the am I looking at?
uh-huh. If you know,
What am I looking at?
you know. That's that spirit, you know. That's that spirit because through self, you'll see self.
Mm-hmm.
You'll learn self. Through self, you'll love self. And that's why we smile more, you know.
Right.
You know, I smile because you realize the energy that when you look at yourself in the mirror, along
Mm.
minutes, smile at yourself. We don't be smiling enough. What's going on, people?
Yo, when I was looking at myself in the mirror, I saw I saw an old ass lady. I saw a little girl.
Mm,
I saw like an alien foreign looking thing,
come on.
like a I don't know, like a weird creature.
Yeah.
I saw all these different faces, and I was at the end of it. I was like, "But why are you scared though?"
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Why are you scared though?
Cause it's you. It's living.
Right? So yeah, everybody needs to do that. Everybody needs to do that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, brothers. We don't, as men, they tell you, and I'm gonna tell you. So you speak. Let me tell women something that's gonna sound weird, but my brothers may feel me. As men, no, when you get told when you looking in the mirror, why are you looking at yourself? What you think, trying to be pretty?
Mm.
Mentally, you get in your head, I'm not gonna look at myself in the mirror, and maybe that says why men we don't we miss reflection a lot. Maybe because we're told not to look in the mirror. Oh, and it's a weird thing, and I don't know if any of my other brothers, just men, can relate. Far as why you in the mirror so much when you're young, like in the high school,
Mm-hmm.
pretty like you trying to be a pretty, you trying,
Why
and
you feeling yourself like that?
you gonna get clown like so. It's like
Yeah.
look in the mirror. So you may be at home in the bathroom, like, oh, for the first time, just looking in the mirror, looking like this. Oh shit, it's me.
Yo, that's so real. It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It breaks down a lot of barriers. And
Mm,
it's crazy because it's something so simple. So simple. But yeah.
yeah. Anybody closing remarks? I mean, this was cool. This was I like this was good energy. This is what I'm talking about all the way through. Like if you watch this all the way through, appreciate you.
They say we acted like a girl. Man, why they be so mean?
Like even if you want to even like comb your hair, brush your hair in the mirror, it's like, well, look at you. Man, this is what we grew up in. But we're breaking.
Damn.
Hey, clown me for putting lotion on. But I was like, gonna be ashy. Damn.
That's crazy. So
Nah,
y'all had to experience a level of shame for
yeah,
even
good.
taking a step in the direction of loving yourself.
Nah,
That's some crazy shit. Nah, we gonna change that paradigm.
yeah,
Let's change it.
we changing that. So, uh, I mean, shoot, next week we back at it. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Next Tuesday, y'all, to come through. My
Yeah,
man says facts. That's why we tend to be disconnected from our spiritual selves.
right.
That's so true.
Yes.
Y'all, we back with the okie doke tomorrow. I mean not tomorrow.
Out of here. Like, look at that. Hey, y'all. Peace, love, happiness. Tune in. Follow both of us. Listen to our music. It's streaming. Everything else we got coming up. Yo, Troy, appreciate you. Miami Art Dealer, appreciate you. Who else we got? Ace, appreciate you. Kayla, appreciate you. Tiffany, appreciate you. And
Y'all come back next Tuesday, okay?
yeah, yeah,
Y'all be throwing in these comments at the last minute. And
yeah,
then we be like extended our thing. Like we want to talk. Okay.
yeah.
Yes, Troy, it is imbalance.
We're gonna talk about it again.
Yes.
We got it. All right. Peace.
All right. Bye, y'all.